In this video, we're going to talk about the brand new NECA Halloween 2 8-inch scale Laurie Strode and Dr. Loomis 2-pack. Welcome to the Swearwolves Horror Podcast YouTube channel. I'm Brett. If you're a returning subscriber, I just want to thank you for coming back. And if you're new to this channel, I want to thank you for stopping by. Please consider clicking both that subscribe button as well as that notification bell below. We upload videos on a regular basis in which we review anything and everything horror, from action figures and toys to soundtracks, various collectibles, video games, you name it. And today we are talking about this brand new NECA Halloween 2 2-pack. In the 8-inch scale line of toys that they've come out with. And this one is one that I've been waiting on for a little while. We have Laurie Strode and Dr. Loomis himself represented here in the 8-inch scale line. We can see through the window the figures. We'll talk more about them when we get them open. The accessories that they come with, obviously we'll talk about, but down here, Halloween 2, Laurie Strode and Dr. Loomis. On the side here, Haddonfield Memorial Hospital, Halloween 2. Haddonfield Memorial Hospital is kind of the basis for the packaging here. I mean, the whole movie practically takes place in the hospital, HMH right there, and then more of the same from the previous side. So that's why the packaging is kind of representative of that hospital. It says emergency at the top, and then we got about 6 photos right here of the figures in different poses with that Halloween 2 Michael Myers, which I already have. So these will be a good addition to kind of pose together on display. They couldn't stop him. Now he's back. Halloween 2. Halloween 2 is not my favorite Halloween movie. It's okay. I think when I was a kid, I really liked it a lot more than I do now. It's all right. Definitely not the worst, but also not the best. Below we see that it says includes 2 pistols, alternate Loomis hand, and pumpkin. That's the pumpkin from the Halloween 2 opening credits. So why don't we go ahead and open up these figures, take a look at them more closely, give them a review. All right, we got the figures open. Before we get to the figures themselves, let's talk about these accessories. There are 4 accessories. However, these 2 are the same exact thing. So let's just talk about the details on one of them. As you can see, this is a pistol. It's a good representation of a pistol. It's got that wooden handle and kind of that metal rivet right there that looks pretty good. And then, of course, the black body and barrel and trigger of the gun. It's a pretty good representation. I mean, I'm not a gun person, so I don't know all the ins and outs, but for being a small accessory, it does a satisfactory job as far as I'm concerned for the gun. So good on you, NECA, for that. Next, we have this pumpkin. Now, of course, this is the pumpkin from the opening credits of Halloween 2 that is sort of revealed. But great detail on this. Besides the skull face here, which just looks pretty gnarly, going around you see the detail of the pumpkin. And I was thinking, you know, if you wanted to do some kind of photography or something and you needed a pumpkin, you could just turn it around and there you go. But if you wanted to do a Halloween 2 themed something, you have this. So, looks pretty cool. It's the bottom. A lot of detail in this. Really appreciate that, and I like that accessory. Finally, we have this alternate Loomis hand here. Now, this is the hand as he holds the lighter because Loomis is going to sacrifice himself and blow up him as well as Michael as Laurie runs out of the hospital at the end of the movie. So, pretty good representation there. We got the lighter with the flame, and then there's Loomis's hand. So I'll probably put that on him when I have him displayed. Before I get to the figures, I wanted to mention something. If you're going to have these 8-inch cloth figures, I recommend not using these NECA stands. These NECA stands are good for the Ultimates and any smaller type figure. So definitely, you know, use them if you need to, but not for these cloth figures. I've tried using them multiple times and it just never works out. What I do recommend is like these doll stands that I have here. I have it going up his backside here to kind of hide it. But I recommend these doll stands. I'll put a link below to where I get these doll stands. Somebody had actually emailed us and asked about that. So I'll go ahead and put a link below in the description of where I get those. And that way, if you're interested in, you can purchase them I, of course, make no money off of it, but I would recommend getting these. They just make the figures just stand up really easily, and they're easy to pose and get to do whatever you want to do. And you don't have to worry about balancing it just the right way. It's just a real nice way to present your figures. And the black, I mean, it's not really that intrusive to have a black base, I don't think. Some people like the clear bases, but to each their own. Anyway, let's move on and talk about the details of the figures. We'll start with Dr. Loomis here on our right. I really think this is a good representation. Well, let's talk about the articulation. You got the head. It does the same articulation. Head moves side to side, up and down, back and forth. Shoulder moves. Elbow moves. Wrist moves. Waist, we have some movement in the waist. Bend. We got knee bends. And the feet, of course, move in and out. This one doesn't move really up and down. But I don't know. I don't know what's going on with this. This foot came out of the packaging bent like this, and it doesn't go flat. Of course, this doesn't bother me so much because I have it on this stand, so it doesn't really affect how the figure stands. But if this is the way the figure's supposed to be, maybe with a foot forward would be more ideal to have imposed, just so that foot lays flat. Otherwise, if that's not how it's supposed to be, then the packaging was messed up. All right, let's talk about the details in this figure. We got Dr. Loomis, and this is a good representation of Donald Pleasence as Dr. Loomis. Just a really good job at capturing the essence of the character as well as the details of the character in as far as looks go. There he is from all sides. I just really enjoy this representation. I don't have a Loomis figure. I know they've made them in the past. I just don't personally have one, and now I do. Down past his face, we have this trench coat that he wears. Just a nice kind of thick cloth here. It does have a wireframe at the bottom, so you can pose it to give it a little bit more body. I know some people are into toy photography, and so that is important to get the coat just how you want it. So I really like that when they include that. And then he's got this brown suit. It does Velcro open to reveal the tie, and the shirt Velcros open as well, which I'm not going to do. But there's that. We got the detail in the hands. This hand is posed to hold one of the pistols, and this hand is just closed like that. He's got the brown slacks and down to his brown shoes, which are right there. All in all, I think this figure is a good to great representation of the Dr. Loomis character. As I said, it looks like Donald Pleasence as far as I'm concerned, and it does a good job of getting the representation correct. On to Laurie Strode. A little bit different story as far as I'm concerned for the Laurie Strode character. The articulation's all the same, so I won't go through that again. We'll talk about the head sculpt. It's good enough. It's passable, but there's something about it that just, I don't know. I don't know. There's something about it that it just doesn't look enough like Jamie Lee Curtis, but it does look enough like her. I don't know if that makes any sense. So it's decent, but not great. Has nice hair sculpted in there, and I really like that. And she has this hospital gown here with the blood stain, and that goes all the way around. She's got the hospital wristband on, and the bandage here, the bloody bandage, that we can get a close-up of for the detail of that. And then down to her legs and bare feet. And she's got that foot all bandaged up as she's limping around the hospital looking for someone to help her. And everybody is slowly getting killed. Overall, I would say I am very pleased with the Loomis character, and I am somewhat pleased with the Strode character. So why don't I go ahead and pose these, get them all set up on how I'll have them displayed in my cabinet, and then come back for a final rating. Okay, I got them all posed up how I'm going to have them. Loomis with the lighter, Laurie with the gun, and then of course added Michael here to the mix because they just look so great together. I really like this trio of figures, and I think NECA has done a good job of bringing them all together and giving us a full set. That being said, I'm going to give 5 Pamela Voorhees heads for Dr. Loomis here, and I'm going to give 4.5 Pamela Voorhees heads for the Laurie Strode character. There's just something off about it. I just can't quite put my finger on it, but maybe you know, and maybe you have some thoughts about it. Go ahead and comment down below. And if you like this video, be sure to click the like button below. Also, if you haven't yet subscribed and you feel so inclined, click both the subscribe button as well as that notification bell. We are the Swearwolves Horror Podcast, and we do a weekly show in which we review horror movies, so please check us out by searching for the Swearwolves wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts. You can also visit our website at theswearwolves.com. So, for the Swearwolves, I'm Brett. Hi, this is Brett with the Swearwolves, and when I'm not editing videos or creating content for YouTube, I just sit here and wait, and wait. If you like the video that you just saw, go ahead and click that button right there. And if you haven't yet subscribed, go ahead and click that other button right there. I'll wait.